Warmly welcome. I'm Maria Kolinder. I'm a transformational healer from Lomma, Sweden. And I've been working with transformational processes for more than 20 years. And I'm doing normally sessions, private sessions, workshops, courses, on the web things, Zoom, meditations, etc. And I've been also working as a painter and an acrylic painter. And this is one of my paintings that a couple of years ago, I painted that. And so I'm thrilled to be here, and I will share a guided healing meditation that I've been pre-recording this morning, actually out in the forest, quite close to where I live. And I will share a screen in a little while. So what could a healer do to transform the world? Healing for me is a means of letting people experience the path of least resistance. And when I open up for persons to connect to their own spiritual channel, healing is flowing through, because we all have that innate possibility to heal ourselves, actually. And a healer's task is actually just to help people reduce their resistance to their own connection, their own healing. So, you know, all heartly people do have that, you know, capacity of letting you take your guards down and relax in yourself. And when that happens, it's like all the energy will come through and you will get the healing you need. So healing is from the world whole, of course, to be whole, to heal yourself. And this is also to dissolve fear. And one of the things that I see is that many people are very afraid of their shadow sides. So this is one of the things I'm working with, to shed light upon the shadow sides. And we all have these sides that we are brought up not to acknowledge. Being angry for women is not really okay in the society we have created here, the patriarchalic society. And for men to cry, to be sad, to be weak and vulnerable is not really okay either. So all these things we push into our rucksack we have on the back. And these things are keeping, you know, like boiling in this little rucksack. Maybe it's a big one. And it takes energy from us. So it steals our focus from going out into the world and spread our own light and doing what we are called to do. So what is actually a big part of my healing work is to work with making people see these shadow sides and acknowledge them and integrate them. Fear is quite a strong shadow side that we all have, and it's because we have to take care of ourselves. And it's like a life-saving thing to have fear, so we can jump away from the big tiger in the jungle. And in this society, there are so many things that scares us that's actually quite scaring, you know, like going in a car, for instance. It's quite a high death rate in driving cars, but we have learned how to do this. And we think it as being quite a normal activity, even though it's quite a dangerous thing to do. So we push down all these fears and it stays underneath, and we store it in our lower chakras, the energy sites that's, in our body. We have like 7 greater chakras, like energy wheels that transports energy in and out from our inner system. And healing is also balancing the chakras and all the themes that's stored in the different chakras. So part of my work is doing a chakra balancing healing. And you can look at my website, mariakolender.se, if you want to see what I'm offering. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about what's happening today, the coronavirus, everything that has come up when our root chakras and second chakras normally are very wobbling. When we are threatened by something that we can't really see, we know it's there, people die from it, we don't have control. That starts doing something to us that we can't really put our finger to. It's like the root and second chakras are starting, instead of going like an even circle, it starts wobbling like up and down, and we start getting fear and anxiety. We're also influenced by the collective consciousness, of course, on Earth at the moment, and there's big fear everywhere. And if we into looking at media, TV broadcasting and all these things, we are likely to attract even more fear, and it's not always a good thing. So what I would advise you to try to stay in your center, and this meditation I will shortly share with you is a means of doing exactly that, staying in your center and not be swayed by all these fear energies that's actually out there today. Yeah. What I also think is that we should look upon this coronavirus and this situation as not just like a social thing. Of course, it's affecting the social structures as we have today, but it's also affecting us spiritually. And I think one good question to ask yourself is, what can you learn from this? What can you learn from a situation where you lose control? How do you deal with this? Can you stay in your center? Can you give safety to the people around you? It's easier to say than to do, but to meditate every day is a very good balancing system, balancing way and path. So that's actually what I normally do when I get, when I lose my platform, is to meditate, to connect within and get my own self-focus back. So I think what's also happening is that we have to take responsibility in a personal way in order not to be contagious to other people if we have caught the coronavirus and go into quarantine. And this is quite a tough thing for people to do, because isolation is one of the worst fears of humankind. We are not an isolated creature. We are collective creatures, and we love to be in groups normally, somehow, most of us. So what we do is to give up our comfort in order to protect the weak ones in society, which is a beautiful thing that we do. And I can say that I think that's one of the greatest acts of love that I've been seeing lately is that all these people who stay in the quarantine without going out, and we don't have laws here in Sweden to regulate that. They have in other countries like Italy and France and Spain. They're not allowed to go out except for walking their dogs. So they start letting dogs to people without dogs, so they can, in order to go out and get a lot of money out of that, what I've heard. But I think that many of us are very cautious and very caring for the weak ones in the society now, the risk groups. And this is quite a big act of love. And what I also feel is that we're leaving the patriarchal structures now. I think what will happen is that we will see a big change in society where we actually start helping each other in solidarity instead of just thinking of our own profit and gain. And this is what I've been asking for a long time. So what we can see is that we're ending up on a totally different platform with solidarity, compassion, and care for the weak ones in the society. And I think we are going to see a lot of upheaval in the days to come. I have got the message that it will take around 3 months from the first outbreak in Sweden till it's, blowing over. And then there will come another little tail in the autumn, which will stir things up, but we will all be safe. And the ones who don't attract this, like in a severe way, most of the people don't get it so severely. It's the risk groups, older people, sick people. So I'm praying every day that this will work out in a good way for the society, so we can restore like a world in love and peace after this has happened. I will now share this meditation with you all. And I will come back to say bye to you all after. And it's good if you sit in a quiet place somewhere where you can be in peace, preferably with speakers on, so you could listen a little bit peacefully to this meditation. It's not a brilliant sound, but I hope you can hear what I say. So enjoy this meditation. It's 15 minutes long, and it's a grounding meditation. You travel down to Mother Earth to connect with the energies there. And hopefully I see you on the other side. So I'm sharing screen now. Hi, and warmly welcome to this grounding meditation made for dissolving fear in times of upheaval. I'm standing here in the nature, close to my home. It's a beautiful spring morning. Sun is shining. I hear the birds singing in the trees. So I wanted to share this with you. I want you to start breathing in and out, slow breaths. So take a deep in breath through your nose and out through the mouth. Preferably with a sound, an exhale sound that will stimulate the oxytocin in your body. This is also fear reducing, stress reducing. So we do it once again. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Out through the mouth. And another one. And now this time, imagine or visualize all your stress and anxiety and fear. Inhaling. And let it go out. Exhale it through your feet, the soles of your feet down into Mother Earth, and let her dissolve it. That's good. And another one. Inhale. Exhale. And deep inhale. Deep exhale. The breath is our connection to the divine and to our inner core. Now, maybe you want to close your eyes, connect deep within. Let your awareness drop all the way to your root chakra, the base of your body, your torso, your pelvis area. And just imagine a deep, dark red color in there, like a big peony or a big rose that you're seated on. And just feel your root chakra revolving like this flower turning around with you, seated in the center, perfectly still. Maybe you can imagine you hear the sound of the flower leaves around you. Just sit here for a few moments, connect deep down within. If you have trouble or difficulties visualizing this flower, just let your awareness be still within yourself. And visualizing is the same as if you visualize an orange in front of you, the taste, the color. It's as easy as that. And now, seated in this big red rose, big red flower, you start imagining the whole pelvis floor dissolving into the Mother Earth, into our Mother. And the soil, fertile, succulent, dark, moist, is entering your body from below, connecting you deep within. And see your legs and your spine, everything is turning into white, strong roots, like a system connecting deep into our Mother, gathering the strength, the nourishment, the wisdom from within our planet. Deep breaths. Just feel how the stress is dissolving. Fear is impossible when you connect with the present and with our Mother. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Listen to the birds. Feel your roots extending into our planet. And see your whole lower part of the body becoming one with the earth, Mother Gaia. And feel how our spiraling energy is starting to drag you down into a mother. And you can visualize a big tortoise, and you're sitting on her shell. She's swimming into the inner waters of Mother Gaia. And you just follow her in a spiral downward movement deep into the core of Mother Earth. And you feel the safe feeling of her shell, the hard, dark brown shell. And she's carrying you deep within. And when she's finally reaching the floor under the inner waters, you step off, thank her, deep bow, and then you turn around. In front of you, there's a big, brown, old door carved with sculptures, reliefs, different symbols, figures. You walk up to this door and slowly open it, and you can hear the sound of a little squeaking door. It's heavy. You enter a dark room, but it's lit with a fire. There's a fireplace in the far end of this room. You enter the room and the door closes behind you. And in here, you can relax. You feel like a deep relaxation. You can place all your fears outside. The stress, your expectations, everything. You just leave outside this room. This is the home of Gaia, the Mother Goddess. And you enter and take a seat. There's a huge table. If you look around, you can see the firelight is lighting up the room partially. There's herbs hanging around the walls. And you can see there's a huge female figure standing with a face turned against the fireplace. And now she's turning around, facing you. Feel this power emanating from her like a golden energy, strong, red, orange, golden, powerful energy. And let it enter your cells, your body, and take deep breaths of this strong golden light. And let this just light up all your cells. For every breath you take, you let her energy enter into your body, through your whole cellular system, your DNA system, your thought systems, your outer energy fields, and feel how the whole of you starts emitting the same golden light. For every deep breath you take, you feel how your cells starts emitting this golden strong light of trust, compassion, and comfort and safety. So let this be your energy for a little while here. Share the energy with Mother Gaia. Deep breaths. And now she's stepping up towards you. And she's holding a golden chalice, and it's filled with a liquid. And the liquid is totally still. The surface is like a mirror. And you look into it and see what you see. See if you can see the reflection of your eternal self, your higher level of consciousness, your spirit, your soul being. See this reflection of your higher self in this chalice of gold. And receive it when she's offered you to drink. And drink in this energy of your higher self, your soul, your wisdom, your deep, deep innate wisdom. And let it merge with you. For every sip you take, you let this wisdom seep through your veins, your cells, your DNA. Be aware of who you are deep down within. You can pass this through. You can pass these times of upheaval and big change. You can be a standing light in these times for other people to lean upon. You can always reach for this strength within. Thank her, deep bow. And then you prepare yourself to leave this room. You can come back anytime. You leave this room now. Say thank you, and you go out through the big, brown, heavy door. Close it behind you. And the tortoise is still waiting for you there. So you sit up and let her swim up through the inner waters in a spiral movement. Up through the white roots of your feet and spine. And you enter yourself from underneath. And you let all this golden, strong energy ground you when your awareness enters your physical body once again. 3 deep breaths again. Regain your consciousness here and now, in the present, in the room where you're sitting. And last breath. Thank you for joining me on this grounding expedition deep within. I feel free to return whenever you like and have need for it. Namaste. I salute your inner light. So, my friends, welcome back. Take some few breaths and start moving around a little bit. So you enter this physical dimension instead. So I'm honored to share with you today. And this meditation is on my YouTube channel. And we are going to share it here on this Best for the World channel as well. But you can find it there, Maria Colinder at YouTube. And I want to challenge you for the next weeks to do this grounding meditation or something grounding, like going out, hugging a tree when you feel fear takes over. Because it's so important that we keep our strength and center in times of change and upheaval. And if we could be that light for our kids and our old ones and the people we meet, all these circles will start spreading in the world. And this is what we need now when times are rough. And we don't know anything about the future, but we never know that. And if we can stay grounded in the present, that's one of the big tricks in these times. To stay present, then you can't have fear for what's coming or what has been. So it's just like being here, breathing in the present, and try to act as some kind of guide in these waters. And this weekend tomorrow I will share the Healing Garden session in energy medicine, guided healing meditation, where we enter your inner healing garden to see what blockages you have. And if you are sick, are ill, you can also track the things that makes you sick and ill. So tomorrow at the same time as today, I will be here sharing with you. And Sunday, there will be a short session with the spiritual downloads. Okay, they say now I have double sound. So I will close down. Is that better? So I hope it's gone now. Anyway, yeah, now I lost the thread a little bit. But the Sunday, I will do the spiritual downloads of unconditional love, trust, and safety. Yeah, and this is something that could be really useful in these times. So warmly welcome to come in and join me tomorrow, same time as today, and Sunday at 10:30 in the morning. So I thank you all for being here and sharing this little time with me. And I hope I see you back this weekend.